I am Karol Joseph Wojtyła, known to the world as Pope John Paul II, the Pilgrim Pope, the voice of freedom, and a witness to faith in the darkest of times. I was born in 1920, in the small Polish town of Ładowice. My childhood was filled with love, laughter, and faith, but also loss. My mother died when I was 8, my brother when I was 12, and my father when I was 20. By then, I was alone in the world. Yet even in that loneliness, I discovered something deeper, a call to serve God and humanity. When World War II struck, Poland fell under Nazi occupation. I saw friends deported, priests executed, and cities turned to ashes. I worked in a quarry and a chemical factory, hiding my studies for the priesthood in secret. I was part of the underground seminary of Krakow, risking my life for faith itself. When the war ended, another tyranny rose, communism. The church was watched, censored, and oppressed. As a young priest, I walked among workers, students, and families, teaching that freedom begins within the human soul. I became Archbishop of Krakow in 1964 and played a vital role in the Second Vatican Council, helping the church open its doors to the modern world. I believed faith should not isolate, it should illuminate. My mind was shaped by philosophy, my heart by suffering, and my mission by love. Then, in 1978, something historic happened. I was elected Pope, the first non-Italian in 455 years, the first from behind the Iron Curtain. The world watched a humble, Polish priest step onto the balcony of St. Peter's Basilica and say, "Be not afraid." I became the traveler Pope, visiting more than 120 countries, meeting people of every race and faith. I spoke to millions, from slums to stadiums. I stood before dictators and pleaded for peace. My presence in Poland inspired a movement called Solidarity, led by Lech Wałęsa, a movement that helped bring down communism across Eastern Europe without bloodshed. In 1981, as I greeted the faithful in St. Peter's Square, a gunman shot me 4 times. I almost died, but instead of hatred, I offered forgiveness. I even visited my attacker in prison, holding his hand and praying for him. The world saw not a leader of power, but a leader of mercy. Despite my later struggles with Parkinson's disease, I continued to serve, showing the world that dignity and faith do not fade with suffering. I led the church into a new millennium, calling on young people to be the future of hope through World Youth Days that gathered millions. When I passed away in 2005, over 4 million pilgrims flooded Rome. The crowd cried, "Santo Subito," make him a saint now. And in 2014, that prayer was answered. I was Pope John Paul II, the shepherd who faced bullets, empires, and disease, and still chose to love. My legacy is not written in power, but in hearts awakened by courage, forgiveness, and faith.